Oh, snap. Look at that. I didn't even realize it said I was live when it said you were live. I'll be the first to admit that you're hearing a lot of background noise, and that background noise, ladies and gentlemen, and people that are not actually here. So, in effect, I'm talking to myself. That is me making up for a broken ceiling fan and a pretty weak AC unit. There's no shortage of things to be fixed in life. But it keeps you busy, right? So I got like two ionizer-esque fans. They're blowing all over the place. Hey, Don, hashtag find Jamie Valdez. I've been thinking about you and the family, and Jamie for the past week. As a matter of fact, well, perfect that you jumped in. Hey, White Dragon. Hi, Queen Survivor. Don, while I have you right in front of me. Oh, and finally, wait, real quick. I always have to say hello. Cindy D, my son's life mattered. Um, Don, I would love to hear from you or Sean, but again, I realize and always understand. I never fail to understand. You guys have a whole lot of life going on, and I have not been able to follow up regarding the I don't want to put too much attention or more attention, undue attention on your family. So I'll just say the the person in your family that was not doing well, I have not been able to follow up and see if everything's okay. So I'm gonna leave that, personally, and you have my eternal well wishes. And I did want to ask you and Sean, I think today is Sean's birthday or yesterday. So first, let me be the first, or well, I'm definitely not, because everybody loves Sean. Let me just say it here, say it now. Happy birthday, Sean, to a lovely human being and a strong human being who has known perseverance and strength through through pain, through misery, through injustice. You, your family, are an inspiration to those of us that have been overlooked by a system, and you've been through that and worse. And oh, let me see. She said he is still needing prayers. I'm very sorry to hear that. I can offer my very my very positive sentimentality. I'm not religious and I don't want to be a faker and say I can offer prayers. Prayer is something I still sometimes struggle with. But anything that I can ever do within my human capacity, please feel free. Your whole family has a forever lifeline open to me. And I'm very interested, given that you all are interested in offering the time or volunteering it, to do a little follow up. And I think I saw a bit of news regarding, hey, holy snap, what's up, Bryn? Good to see you. Saying what up right back at you. It's great to see you. Um, Staying on topic right quick, Don, did I see correctly that there was some kind of, I think this was from Queen. Was there some sort of, I don't want to say IE, investigation of an officer that has anything to do with the Jamie Valdez case in Boonesville, Arkansas? I may be wrong, and I may be mixing my cases up, but I'm always going to be trying to follow up and learn where the case is regarding the injustice done to Jamie Valdez and the injustice that has allowed Anna to roam the streets, remarry, and never be taken seriously as the number one suspect. There's no allegedly there. So, yeah, just, get the word out. I can message her myself. Um, you are all always welcome. Your family is welcome. This is just as well as your home as it is everybody else's that's here and my own. So please know that my heart is with you, your family, and to the little one who needs those prayers right now. I wanted to let me on my since I put it in the title and somebody that there's a little lesson. There's a couple lessons I learned today, and it's easy for people to misconstrued. So do me a favor, don't try to guess who's who. It all becomes clear. But this one, I promise you don't know who this is. Somebody where we started out like really like I guess just amicable, civil, right? We had our respect. This was way back. This started way back when it was just me and Josh doing Stuck in the Middle. This is like years ago, and there was we. That's how I met this individual, and we went from working, like dual showing. It would be like groups of four, and we get a third show. We have like a debate. Years would pass, and then after this channel, went through its evolution, the other show runner platformer with a much higher subscriber count than myself in the grand scheme. That kind of stuff doesn't matter to me, but I will point it out. It matters to some. All of a sudden, just going through the motions of general unpleasantness, having to get stressed out, bump heads, and disagreements, misunderstandings, whatever they are, the frustrations that come with it. It all actually came full circle to mean something. And now, this individual, he might be quite shocked if he chimes into this particular live, because for a very good while, I would, when in our private circles, I would say this is somebody that I feel is in effect chasing me, chasing the channel. But I learned to toughen up, and I think that was, whether I liked it or not, one of his intentions. And one day he and I will have a very interesting conversation, so I may fully understand. But I've been able to, or I've been granted the ability to try to understand why other people perceive or think the way they do. And aside from all that, I didn't give up. I didn't crash and burn. I fought the good fight and I stuck around, and that's a metaphor for everything, that you have to do inevitably in life. You have to fight through things to get to the other side, whatever that other side may be. And here's a huge shocker. This person that pretty much once upon a time vowed to ensure my destruction, or that I would not, or that I'd never feel comfortable on YouTube, almost successful, but I refused to go, is now, offering me very good and friendly, very kind advice as a professional, as somebody who's made it much further in the YouTube game. This is not a game, by the way. That's an important distinction. You can make comedy jokes and find your niche and your theme, but there sometimes can be lessons learned when you have adversity. So, and that's effectively where I got the advice to pay attention to thumbnails and the titling. So he's out there. If he sees this, when he sees this, thank you. I'm not quite comfortable with putting your name out there yet, but maybe, the heavens willing, maybe we'll get there. Sorry, I have to. I do ignore the chat when I go on rants, but I do see Global Watchman News. I said that accurately. Hey, Lori, I hope you're feeling better. I've been wondering about you ever since I saw your posts about you not feeling well. I can promise you, everybody in here is wishing you well. And I know we say this a lot, and there's always a lot going on, especially in the world right now. The things that you and I look into, I'll tell you, I'm flabbergasted. I'm in shock, a perpetual state of disarray when it comes to the reality of the United States of America. I've done a massive collection of clips and information. I have been watching. I must be the most boring young adult. And what am I? Oh my God, young adult. Shut up, Eli. Just shut up. Old man in existence. I watch hearings. That's what I do on my break. I watch hearings between Democrats and Republicans, and I can't help it if the Forbes channel, Forbes Breaking News or whatever, just so happens to have the Democrats getting pwned every single time. And oh boy, I got some good ones. I got some good ones. We have some FBI whistleblowers, and I cannot believe the Democrats are freaking out. There's one clip, well, there's a few, where they're complaining that they don't have essentially like disclosure. They were not given the information the whistleblowers were that came forward and said, but that they seem to have forgotten the rules of I don't know if it's the House or the Senate, and I can't apologize. I don't know. I don't know. But it's a very official hearing, and the rules are when it comes to whistleblowers, you don't get to know what the hell they're going to say. So I got some epic videos when I get to the PC, when I get the microphone on, and the same person I was referring to, he recommended I get a boom mic. And I think Dark Knight helped me fix the audio issues, and things will be much more crisp. But I got some amazing clips and videos and some random stuff to share. Secondly, this one kind of inspired. Oh, while I'm looking around, what's up? Mutated illustration. Yo, keeps the peels, my brother. It's good to see you, man. I got your number, and I'm gonna be texting you after this live. Actions, not distractions, my brother. My brother. I got so many brothers. White Dragon, my good friend. Damn. You know what? I have to admit, White Dragon. I think you're male, but I don't want to assume and get canceled. But yeah, I think you're a dude. Is that okay? Okay, I think it's okay. If I missed you, you're in my heart, and in my heart saying hello. Okay, so another thing, something about grapevines, okay? Don't trust grapevines. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to trust the process. The process being something that we're already kind of, I'm not going to use the term indoctrinated. When we're raised, we're growing up, there are some universal truths and life lessons that we kind of just catch along the way, right? To me, there's something that's always been consistent. The truth is always the truth if you seek the source. Excuse me, burp. And there will be no confusion, no misrepresentation, no muddling up what the actuality is, what the facts are. Don't let a string of people, the so-called grapevine, represent you in terms of seeking or finding the truth to believe in. Do the due diligence and reach out to whatever is the source and get to the bottom of it, like right as soon as you can. It will save you and so many others the headache of just confusion, and then more people get in the mix, and then it gets ahead of yourself. You feel like you can't catch up with it, and it's just stress, and it makes, I don't know about you all, but to any other fellow platformers that try to maintain some level of sanity and existence on say YouTube, since this is where we are, it's not pleasant to have all of those factors be a consistent part of just trying to do what it is you're trying to do. And there's many of us, I feel, on YouTube that are trying to accomplish something, we're trying to bring people together, or we're trying to get a message out there. I have a few things that I'm trying to accomplish. All right, pushing the boundaries of censorship and seeing right where YouTube wants to draw the line, trying to understand the bias of what is and is not allowed to be talked about. And and I guess the original mission was seeing what a group of people, when we congregate and put our minds together, when we put our heads together, what good we can really accomplish. And I was overtly optimistic, but I'm still optimistic. The Find Jamie Valdez project, that case, it's still the case, the one that fell on my lap at the time that it did. But I truly believe if all of us, that everybody I know through YouTube, if we just tried, we could really push the ball and put even more pressure on Ben Villarreal, the corrupt ass sheriff of that case, and that entire precinct, and every dirty cop, and every piece of nonsense that was fed to that family. Nobody deserves the injustice that was done. That's another vision I maintain with this channel. There's a lot that we can accomplish, and I hope we can all see that potential without getting blindsided. I did take, I don't, this was a mistake today. I think I took 5 minutes while I was working, and I paid a visit to a channel. Um, I promise you, none of you know this channel, but it is one of those channels known for, like, getting a lot of drama, right? And I don't know why I went there expecting anything less. And I go there, and it's just, I think there's like 6 people on panel, just all shouting, and there's about three different divisions, teams, whatever, and I cannot help but always think and wonder, like, all of these people with all of their reach. This is why I say you have a platform, you have a blessing. Having a platform, people wanting to listen to what you have to say, that's humbling, that's beautiful. You should do something with that. It should compel you to want to do something greater than just wanting to have a conflict that catches attention and compels people to take sides. So I watched it, and I commented a couple of times, and it was after I spoke to a couple of good people that have always been good people, but through the bull snap of the grapevine and being misdirected, you forget, the very people that you originated with. You forget you once upon a time got along, and all the nonsense becomes this veil and fog, and you just forget yourself, and you forget what's real, and then it just turns into something it should never have been. So all I said in that chat earlier this afternoon was, this is such a waste of time. I wish all of you would really find something better, and somebody mocked me. Somebody said, "Oh, you should know better, progressive patriot." And I said, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave you all to it," and I bounced. So I think, did I hit all the lessons of just today? Trust yourself and don't give trust easily. Okay, remember the old adages, they are universal mainstays. All right, nothing in life that is obtained easily, quickly, nor cheaply is ever going to be worthwhile. Okay, it is that of which we have to that of which we work hard for, and after we obtain whatever it is we're working so hard for, that is held to a higher esteem, that is more valuable. It's as much about the time and effort and passion you put in to whatever your end game is, that has the value. If it comes overnight, I promise you, you'll lose it just as quick. So I feel in a small amount of time, I've learned a lot, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I am in a position to continue to learn. I'll never be too humble to know there's always someone wiser, or even beyond that, there's somebody that just has a different perspective that can help lend or put you on the smarter path. It doesn't have to be righteous. It just has to be a logical one that makes sense for you and doesn't drain you. And if you find yourself being in something that you feel indebted to do, that drains you time and time again, I'd say, a reevaluation and a good talk with your team would be very meaningful. And that's all I wanted to put that out there, that we all have a capacity for greatness and connection. Through this connection, it's proven to be our ruin by manipulators, like the mainstream and the FBI and the CIA. We don't want to be like them. We want to be the change that we want to affect. We know we can be capable of such goodness. We can get to the fundamental truths of any nefarious plotting out there in the world. And it has to start from the ground level. It has to start bottom to top, then top to bottom. That's the only way we can rise. You can't hope that change will be affected from the top. You have to make the hard damn decisions yourself. You have to face and speak to the people that you maybe never imagined you'd speak to. You have to do the hard thing. The right thing is not the easy thing. The world and life is not built that way. But if you want any sort of reward in this one little brief time that we call life on this rock to be worthwhile, you have to do what's hard. You have to cut the cords with anything that is toxic or distracting or harmful or manipulative, or even if it's just distrustful. You owe yourself and the ones that care about you the time to take the time to do whatever it is you need to do to get that full level clarity. And that's the message I want to put out there to anyone and everyone that is being so kind as to even listen to my words as I speak them. And I understand that I get more, I don't call them lurkers. They sometimes come out of the woodwork and say something, but I have a respect for people that are just able to listen. I sometimes maybe I should learn from many of you that are able to listen, and I'm trying. I'm human. I'm trying. My mother is out of the hospital, by the way. She is eating again. She's allowed to eat again. I'm making sure she's very comfortable. I'm watching her carefully. Um, I'll go as far as saying she seems to be doing well. And always remind yourself every damn day, what are the most important things to you? Ask yourself this as if you were me. What is important to me in life? What's important to me today? What's going to matter to me in my final days? What can I do today to look back when that time comes and be proud or feel good or anything? These are really simple things, and it sounds deep, but it's really simple. We just, as human beings, are so damn good at making what's simple and right so fucking hard and complicated and layered and nuanced. Many things in life are. We live in a gray area. Things are never just simply black and white. But when it comes to simple, keep it simple, stupid. Cherish your loved ones. Hug your loved ones. Treat those that treat you well with respect. Embrace that friendship and share it. And if there is ever a moment's doubt shown to you, given to you, and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, just nip that shit right in the butt. Is that the term? I always said bud. Now that I'm saying butt, I'm worried. Don't cancel me. So okay, I'm gonna look at comments, and I think I've said quite a bit here. Glad to hear things are. Hey, thank you. And I do feel. What should Americans be focused on? That is, it's a wise question, White Dragon. I'd say sometimes it's a question we have to propose to ourselves individually, internally, with our eyes closed. Now, as a whole, that's where it becomes much more complex. I I feel because it's from me, I have the ego to think I know some things that we could all focus on. And if you were to ask me, it would start from the bottom level, and it feels and it sounds hopeless, but it's got to start somewhere. Everything has to have a beginning, just like everything inevitably has to have an end. Us civilians, us working class citizens, okay, everyday Joe Schmo, Jane Does, we have to want to demand and seek. And remember my stance. I'm not trying to get overly politicized. Remember my stance on January 6th. I do believe that was just an amplification, a loud echo of the American people wanting their voices heard. And it was punished. I, what can I say? I am so foolish as to say I dare the system to continue to do that and let them see, where the chip, let them see, let us all see where the chips fall if they continue to stifle our ability to true protest and not the double standard protest where Antifa or whatever the case, the other case where the Marine veteran choked out the I'm sorry to say it, the criminal who had criminal intent, as mentally unstable as he was. I wish he did not pass on, but he did go in and make a threatening situation. People are now already seeing to some wanton destruction going on the damn train tracks and whatnot. So yeah, anyway, I made my point clear about J6. I'm not saying, hey, let's try another, but I'm saying we definitely shook the system, and we did something. I don't, well, a part of me feels like I have to believe it, but I truly believe it. We had a bunch of people that were held on nothing, on no charges, on a bunch of bull spit, and the fact that that was made public, and no matter what the talking heads in the media said, we all knew the truth, and there's power in that. And I know that's a diatribe, and I don't know if it answered anything for you, White Dragon, but a starting point is recognizing that there is power in truth, and there is power in truth when it has numbers. And it's not about being like-minded. It's not about being yes men to one another. It's just understanding from an independent thinker's point of view what the universal truths are and what is good, what is right. So that's what I say, White Dragon. That's what I say. And then go from there. As an American citizen, and then as a human. It starts with you. Ask you find discover your own questions, present them, and then start your journey of finding like-minded people. And yes, what's up, Martin's daddy? Haven't seen you in a minute, brother. Dark Knight, you're the Batman that I never knew I needed. By the way, I just did a Batman short video. You guys are gonna see a lot of that stuff. Comic books are like another passion. I don't want to quite yet make a comic book based channel until my brother Alizar from Shut Up Let's Talk. It's a great podcast. It's a lot of fun. The most talented editor I've ever known, and the most hilarious one at that. I'm gonna have him come over and teach me Seymour. Excuse me. All right, so I'm trying to catch up with White Dragon for the sake of consistency. And again, sorry about all the ionizers and in the air you probably hear. My AC ain't working and my ceiling fan's broken. All right, if we are going to have or choose to have a voice on one particular topic, situation, or fight the system, we have to all be in agreement to the cause. I I don't see anywhere that I disagree. Um, but remember, okay, compromise can sometimes sound like an ugly word, but I think it's an important word, especially at a time of such division in our very country. I don't think it's too far-fetched to understand or imagine that there are certain compromises that could be made when it comes to the really, really important causes, our constitutional rights, and not budging or adding any amendments that would impact another. I don't know if I worded that correctly, but White Dragon, please feel free if ever you want to have a conversation publicly, privately, messenger. I would more than love to dissect, like, what is at your heart, what is at the core of your thoughts when it comes to what problems we face, what compromises need to be made. This is a good start right here, White Dragon. This discourse, this conversation, and then that's when we can identify how to move forward and keep on shaking that ground and worrying the system. And I can't deny, it's nothing less than an uphill battle with the odds against us. But we I know we have what's right on our side. We're living we're living amongst a system that is inherently corrupt. We have a couple of people that shake it up, and we have to look deeply and question, their validity and how trustworthy they are. I mean, I'm keeping my eye on a couple of people, but it has to go further than just voting for people. There are other things we have to do, and that's a discussion I'm more than happy and willing to have at any time of the day. The next open panel, I mean, hell, the FBI will probably be watching, but I made it clear where I stand. Fuck you, FBI. You don't serve us. Fuck you, CIA. That John F. Kennedy had it right when he wanted to strangle you all and scatter you in a million pieces to be nothing more than dust in the wind. We don't need the fucking CIA. What has the CIA ever done for us? I mean, I'm sure there's some things you can say, and I know where they're all about the intelligence, right? They install puppet masters into other governments, whether they be allies or enemies, but they also expand their damn propaganda here, and they try to keep us bubbled up in a narrative of bullshit. And I do not believe they're on the side of good. And let's say, for the sake of a moral barometer, good and evil, let's say good is the truth. The CIA is not about the truth. They are counter truth. They invent a truth and call it the truth. I don't think we need the CIA. I'll take John F. Kennedy's word for it. And yeah, I know. Look where it got him, and every single whistleblower. Go to Forbes breaking news. Go see before I play them when I go live again. The three FBI whistleblowers lost their jobs because they came forth about, I think, I don't want to misquote, regarding the Durham report about being weaponized by politicians. And then I say again, only the Democrats. Shocking. Because on Facebook, why do I bother? I'm arguing with Democrats, defending Democrats. Only the Republicans wanted the the FBI, former FBI agents, to come forward and blow the whistle on how they were weaponized against the American people. They have all since lost their job. I have the clip. One of them says how pissed off he is. He's angry and he's pissed off because he had to lose his job. He has an amazing history. He's a war hero. He was a police officer, and then he made his way into the FBI. He's got medals of distinction and all this and that. And the Democrats didn't even want to give him the floor. The Democrats, yes. And I'm not saying this just because I am now suddenly a Republican. I'm saying this because that's the truth. And I'm calling out the people that apparently want to silence it and vote nay. And they want more information about what they're going to say, even though literally the law doesn't work that way for fucking whistleblowers. Whistleblowers are allowed to have the the opportunity of kind of coming from nowhere and saying what they have to say. How else do you blow the whistle on anything? So yeah, shit on the Democrats for all of that. Shit on who's in those clips, Debbie Wasserman Schultz and all the others that are mad at the chairman for allowing these people that really and truly started to serve our country, and then when they felt and it's the Democrats they were accusing of having them politicized, being nothing but agents of trying to win hearts and minds for votes. Nothing more. They felt like whores, and that the Democrats were their pimps. There you go. There you have it. That's the raw truth as I saw it. So that's where I start in my battle. I'm gonna keep on showing and exposing everything I can find, and I'm grateful it's public. Something else I saw today, God, there's a lot of it, and I'm eager to share it all with you. The Federal Reserve was getting completely backed up against the wall regarding their own funding, and they can't answer any questions. And I love this. I forget what this guy's name is. He's a Republican, and he's in every one of these videos. Bless his heart. He said, I needed an answer better than Trump ate my homework. It was fantastic. The Federal Reserve is not willing to tell the American people who pays. Oh, yeah, it was regarding bailing out the huge, largest banks in America, J.P. Morgan, and let me also add, because I haven't said this very often in my life, because I was such an avid blind supporter of Obama. Fuck you, Obama. You chose the banks over the people. There is this imaginative narrative going around that if the banks fail, then the people lose. Nah, the people lost and the banks won. Okay, and I have a clip that showcases just that. And yeah, fuck the Fed too. That's why Andrew Jackson is forever my favorite president, you bastards, regardless of his politically incorrect war on the Native Americans back in the day. He was a man of his times. Go ahead and cancel him. He's dead. I'm sure he won't care. So, okay, I think I've ranted here. Let me scroll. Let me check. What have I missed? I missed a lot. What's the history of J.P. Morgan? Yes, exactly. That's exactly what the hearing was about, by the way. J.P. Morgan and Wells Fargo, and a deal they made that screwed over the American people, and how we foot 85% of the bill every time these kinds of decisions are made to bail them out. So it's a win-win. Anytime they have to negotiate, they're probably laughing at us. They're spitting on us. They're laughing at us. Literally, not all the way to the bank. They don't have to travel. They are the banks. And it's the policies and the system that allows these banks to enact something where we are stuck with 85 motherfucking percent of their payoff. And it's a disgrace. Our system is a disgrace. So I hope you all are looking forward to witnessing, or at least hoping to witness, some sort of significant fucking change, because I can't watch our country break any more than it is. And it starts with maintaining this anger and this passion. It may feel cancerous. It's the last thing I want, to get all uppity and emotional and pissed off. But you know what? I'm so accustomed to it. I'll just use my voice. Let's see if that can bring us together, if that can lead to compromise, and if we can get any ground, gain something further. It's a dream. It's a dreamer's dream, right? And I don't want George Carlin to be right as eternally right as he is. It's the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. Why don't we try to change that narrative into let's make our dreams a motherfucking reality at the expense of those elite and those in power and the swamp, so on and so forth. The true corrupt. Okay. I kind of lost my voice. And what's up? It's good to see you. All is well. I appreciate it. All is well, my friend. Well, sorry. And I know I'm just like yesterday. I found myself, oh, angry conservatives here, and now I'm nervous. No, you're welcome here. I can't say people aren't welcome here. Okay, you've made penance, and it's up to any individual if they want to continue to have such vitriol and anger towards any individual. Okay, but anybody that wishes to come here and speak freely and talk about the issues and nothing more, I can't spit on that. I'm looking for unity. I'm looking for common ground, and that's that. I can't back down from that. It wouldn't be American of me. It wouldn't be right of me. We have all, every single one of us that has blood running through our veins, has made mistakes. And it's the last time I'll go through this monologue, I promise. We've all made mistakes. So the battle is on us to cope with them. There will be those that try to make the battle much harder than it already is. It's up to us on how we take that. And if I say, as I did opening this up, there was somebody with a much larger channel that made it very, very challenging for me to remain on YouTube without having a freaking heart attack and getting white hair. But I kind of fought it out, or I moved forward, and now we're having civil conversations, and he's giving me advice on how to improve. So you have to stick it out. You just have to. It's the American fucking way. How about that? It's the American way to stick it out and hope for the best. There's when it comes to the negative, sometimes you just have to accept that is never in your control. And I didn't want to end on that, but it is what it is. What's up, independent many? We're stronger together. We're stronger united. United we stand, divided we fall. Hey guys, I like the vibe around here. I got a good group here, huh? That's good to see you, Indy. You always bring a smile to my face. You have that gift. Queen, don't get me started. I just don't want anything more than love and positivity. How else are we supposed to get anywhere? Much love to everyone, and I appreciate every single one of you. Damn right. So, guys, I have spoken until I have lost my voice. Those links explain so much about our banking system. I missed links. Well, you know what I'll be doing. Keeps the peels. Oh yeah, I will. I will text you. Red Pill Truth, what's up, man? I hope you do listen to some of this. It's one of my rants. My God, hold on. I'm having a moment where I'm just realizing almost 40 minutes. Well, I can definitely say this. You guys are so amazing that I didn't even realize I have been ranting, losing my voice for almost 40 minutes long. And that's a gift. That is a gift. I feel gifted or blessed that I'm able to do so, and more than gifted or blessed, as if you guys are the gift because you have allowed me to speak as long as I have been speaking. And this has been a long journey, and I'm so grateful. I'm over. It's been said before, but I know it's a finicky thing to say. Believe me, this time, even though I've said it similarly in the past, but trust me when I say, I think I've done pretty well for the most part. The drama, crap, and distractions will never ever be the focal point of this channel ever again on my blood, on my niece, on my nephew, my brother, my mother, my father, and everybody I love. There's too many greater issues, topics, problems, conversations to have, to be done, to think about. than to focus on pettiness drama and that stupid goddamn motherfucking grapevine. Forgive me for the blasphemy. Fuck the grapevine. Go to the source. Burn the grapevine down. Okay. With that, we're at almost a perfect 40. Yo, Ronnie, man, I really wish you'd get here a little earlier. It's not your fault. It's my fault somehow. But I'm looking forward to it, Ronnie. I was just able to check my voicemails today. I see I haven't checked so many. So I hate apologizing, but I do apologize for that. I don't apologize though because life is mother freaking chaotic, busy, and pulls you in every direction. We try to maintain our sanity, our relationships, our jobs, and everything in between, and all that. And yeah, so we cut each other some slack around here. So much love. That's that. I look forward to the next opportunity where we will speak, and I'm more than excited to have Shut Up, Let's Talk very own Alizard come here, and boom, we're gonna have ourselves a professional program, just like the setup at Stuck in the Middle slash Stuck at Night, called OBS, and I might just have some brand new editing skills. So with that, as somebody here said, divided we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. We have to we have to fight for that. It's one of the few things on this planet that I know damn well is worth dying for. Good night, all of you.